right. I am Anasuya Strasner, and I am here to talk about what Oracle is doing in the manufacturing space. And I am joined today by Tom Ronnfeldt. Hi, Tom, who leads our manufacturing sales team for North America. And from shop floors to marketplaces around the world, I'm really excited to talk about how Oracle is supporting our manufacturing customers. And so, Tom, there's a lot going on in manufacturing. I'd love to just get a sense from you, like what's going on overall, and then we can jump into the questions.
Yeah, I think one of the things that that's really interesting is companies have been investing a lot over the last several years in automation, and especially at the plant level, trying to improve what they're doing to streamline the automation in the plants. I think when COVID first hit, companies kind of pulled back, instinctively pulled back, and I think that they slowed down what they were doing. But I don't think it took very long for them to realize that based on everything going on with the supply chain, things going on with human resource issues, that they really needed to double down. And if anything, I think over the last 18 months, there's been a significant acceleration in investment and focus on those areas of their business.
Yeah, and it's awesome to just kind of underline what you said, which is it's an acceleration versus like a net new of things that potentially were already planned by our manufacturing customers. It's just that the events of the world, if you will, accelerated what they were thinking about and what they were planning. And I love that just thought there is just the acceleration of innovation, if you will. And so maybe just a little bit, we could talk about how are some of the solutions that we have and that we bring to the table helping our customers not only overcome challenges, but also accelerate innovation?
Yeah, I think I made the comment about the plant, and I think a lot of innovation, a lot of technologies going into the plants, sensors of all kinds, automation. And I think that in addition to that, companies are being required to actually make an increasing amount of real-time decisions at the plant. But what they also are trying to do is harness the data, the learnings from any individual plant, collect that, and then make sure that they're leveraging it across the globe to improve their processes everywhere. Oracle's helping our customers build more agile, resilient, and sustainable value chains. And we're in a unique position because we're really the only company in the world who can actually provide industry applications, technology infrastructure, back office applications, front office applications, with all of those running on our Oracle Cloud infrastructure. And so we're enabling our customers to really plan and execute using AI, IoT, and other technologies to increase their visibility into supply chain. Our customers are able to monitor and respond to supply chain changes in real time. A really good example of that is TaylorMade. TaylorMade's a North American manufacturing company specializing in golf clubs, golf balls, clothing. I'm sure that you hopefully have had a chance to use some of their stuff here in the last year and a half. But when COVID hit, they saw a significant increase in orders, and they needed help, and they used Oracle's supply chain solutions to actually gain visibility so that during these ups and downs of the pandemic cycle, they could do a better job of prioritizing orders so that they got to the point that their products were only spending a matter of days in the distribution centers before they were being shipped out to customers.
Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of making some notes while we were talking because, I love how you talk about this, visibility to the supply chain, prioritizing orders. Like I sort of wrote time in distribution, if you will, or time to distribution. And these to me are things that are so tangible when you think about something like TaylorMade, which by the way is here in San Diego. And just thinking about the just-in-timeness of availability of products that these companies are manufacturing. And so when we think about these things like prioritization of orders. It all sort of buckets under this digital capabilities in manufacturing, and having new technologies enable and drive that boom in digital capabilities. So how are we accelerating that boom in digital capabilities? What are some of the examples that maybe you can share that we're doing in that space?
We're helping customers in the area of digital twin, also accelerated design and enhanced product quality. And customers are really leveraging our solutions so that they can support significantly more complex workloads in Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, whether it's crash test simulations or aerodynamic simulations for workflow to improve efficiency for cars and planes, et cetera. And so we're helping customers. Many large national, global manufacturing organizations are leveraging Oracle Cloud Infrastructure for a range of things, whether it's analytics, real-time PLM, or HPC, high performance compute.
Awesome. I can't help but when I think of the word digital twin, I'm like, do I have a digital twin? Is that like a virtual like doppelganger? But it is really interesting, like thinking about that example of creating a virtual representation of a physical product, and then all the technology that makes that possible. And like we think of high performance compute and computational fluid dynamics, in essence, it's a digital twin of a vehicle or a mirror on the side of a car, and how it's going to handle as a simulation of like a wind tunnel. It's really fascinating, the technology that makes that possible. So when we think about everything sort of under the bucket of manufacturing, whether it's procurement, supply chain, industrial processes, quality control, fulfillment, every little sub-silo, if you will, is undergoing massive change. So how are we helping, and we have customers who maybe don't have the luxury of being like net new cloud only, right? They have to look at their entire ecosystem across all these attributes, if you will. How are our solutions helping manufacturers manage all of this in a seamless, or at least what appears to be seamless, end-to-end way?
Yeah, I mentioned earlier, we're helping customers increase revenue by leveraging IoT and other sensor data and gaining visibility into their supply chain so that they can do a better job of manufacturing, whether it's ordering resources, building equipment, keeping track of that inventory, shipping it to the field. Oracle's intelligent IoT intelligent applications have actually provided our customers the luxury of having that capability, that technology built into our applications to improve their insight and efficiencies for quite some time. So customers can leverage technologies that are just native, inherent, that they can build their own applications. B, they can leverage our applications that include some of that capability, like internet, IoT, intelligent applications. And then they also can leverage our toolkit, whether it's anomaly detection, to build their own anomaly detection algorithms so that they can more quickly identify issues and resolve issues in their own environment. And so I think a good way to kind of look at this is to watch a video. So maybe Anasuya, we could just watch a short video about what Oracle's doing in the area of smart manufacturing.
Industry 4.0, the fourth industrial revolution, bridges the divide between the physical and the digital, merging the capabilities of human and machine. It's powered by massive and simultaneous advances in data collection, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and robotics. And it's transforming the business landscape at an astounding pace. Industry 4.0 isn't just a new set of technologies. It's a whole new way to think about business. Smart manufacturing is what happens when these technologies and solutions are applied in a manufacturing ecosystem. Many enterprises have started using one or more of these components, but the real benefits of Industry 4.0 aren't realized until not only are all systems in place, but they're seamlessly connected, allowing them to reinforce and amplify one another's capabilities in real time. Oracle's smart manufacturing solution doesn't just connect your shop floor data and IoT devices with your manufacturing, maintenance, and planning business systems. It uses artificial intelligence and machine learning to contextualize the information and provide actionable insights. With smart manufacturing from Oracle, you'll be able to predict machine failures to get ahead of maintenance, adjust production schedules, and avoid costly downtimes. You'll analyze productivity and efficiency in real time, be able to instantly respond to trends, and improve quality across the board. Built-in planning and production scheduling means you can track inventory levels in real time, monitor work order progress at any point, and fully optimize your supply chain. You can even run factories fully lights out, with all aspects of manufacturing completely automated, from the time a custom product is selected for purchase until a produced and verified item is shipped. Oracle builds prototypes of these unified platform solutions to demonstrate scenarios and business models, to study every stage of every process, and to test and fine-tune our solutions for the real world. It's all part of our commitment to finding ways to deliver continuous innovation for you, so you can deliver continuous innovation for your customers. With smart manufacturing on a unified automation platform, every piece works with every other piece, strengthening the entire enterprise in the process. Where are you in your smart manufacturing journey? Find out more today from Oracle.
I love making it sort of real in terms of what is smart manufacturing, what does that actually mean? And for me, it's like whether you think about Internet of Things and all of the incredible amounts of data these sensors are gathering and then making that data actionable, right? Like I visualize this little tiny sensor somewhere out in a random, warehouse. And it's like, how does that data and all of the analytics associated with that become something that we take action around? Or how do we learn with augmented reality field service and all of these things that we can be doing with these net new capabilities, whether it's artificial intelligence and machine learning, whether it's, low code, no code apps, and what does that actually mean? So maybe we could just double click a bit more, Tom, into what's the role of AI, machine learning, this low code, no code apps in our manufacturing solutions.
Yeah, and so maybe just kind of walk through 2 or 3 things. So there's the ability to leverage these capabilities inside of our applications, the ability for our customers' data scientists to actually leverage our data science services to extend models that are inside of our applications or to build their own unique capabilities. And then the depth of the knowledge that Oracle has, we have over 80 different applications that we manage and support internally at Oracle. And so we've been able to build out a large set of pre-trained AI models that our customers can leverage. Our Apex low-code, no-code solution is being leveraged by thousands of users and developers around the world to solve real-world problems. A great customer example of someone who's leveraging these capabilities, and a lot of these capabilities are not inherent in our applications, but they're part of our technical solution, is a company who's automated their inventory for finished product on the plant lot. So instead of someone driving around in a golf cart, they actually use a drone with a video camera to go out and survey the lot. Then they convert that using our services, our digital vision services, to digitally available information so that they can have a more accurate, more timely inventory. And they're also using AI and ML to make sure that they use the right amount of costly materials in their manufacturing process to actually reduce cost and reduce defects.
So cool to think about what's possible here with all of this technology like you've shared. So thanks for double clicking on that, Tom. So when we think about these traditional applications that many of our manufacturing customers are working with, as well as net new digital capabilities, can you give us a sense of how are we enabling our customers to, how are we co-creating and co-innovating with our customers, given that concept of the traditional and sort of the net new?
Yeah, one of the biggest challenges I think our customers face is based on all these capabilities and applications, whether they're our applications or someone else's, or they're building them from scratch, is just this avalanche of data. There's this avalanche of data, whether it's operational technology data or IT data, historic application data. And so many disparate data types, images, time series data, information coming from traditional applications like ERP, supply chain, PLM, that they need to actually combine together to get better visibility into their overall operation. And Oracle provides a common platform for all that through our data lakehouse solutions. So our customers can work with out-of-the-box tools that they can actually leverage to either extend data models they may already have or build brand new data models and then analyze that information for their specific business purposes. A great example of a customer we're co-innovating with is Ingersoll Rand. Ingersoll Rand is a worldwide provider of industrial equipment, technologies, related services. And they do business in 35 countries around the world. And so I think the best thing is maybe that let's just hear from Ingersoll Rand on what it is they're doing to actually innovate using our tools.
Ingersoll Rand is a global manufacturing company of premier brands. We've got over 40 brands and operate in over 50 countries. Our company has had multiple mergers and acquisitions over the last few years, and we operate under 5 different business units. That means our data is just a little bit messy. The mission for my team is to enable actionable insights throughout the organization. We moved several ERPs to OCI and then also an on-premise Cloudera environment that we had that we needed to move into the cloud. The Lakehouse provided a platform and infrastructure all in one place. I've been really impressed with the level of customer service we've had, and the fact that we've moved hundreds of terabytes of data in 5 months is pretty impressive. Now we've had compliments that the data has been available every day on time, their reports are running faster. There was one they said that used to take over 2 hours, and now it's taking 2 minutes. My plans going forward are to work on the consolidation of those multiple data sources into one and look at how we can get things like IoT data and machine data to connect internally with customer and asset information. The bottom line, Ingersoll Rand needs data for advanced analytics. And we need advanced analytics to deliver on our strategy, especially around accelerating growth. The OCI Lakehouse helps provide the right foundation to achieve that.
All right. That was so awesome to hear, Tom, in terms of what we're doing with Ingersoll Rand and how we're co-collaborating and innovating with our customers, Ingersoll Rand being a great example. I would be remiss to not also mention the blatant sponsorship of the Red Bull Racing Honda, which is an amazing Formula One. It has the #1 fastest driver in the world and the #3 fastest driver in the world from the US Grand Prix. So awesome. And they're leveraging all of the things that you mentioned today, high performance compute to create their digital twin of their racing simulation and their racing car before the drivers actually get in, artificial intelligence to simulate multiple different scenarios on the grid and looking at who might be the next Formula One driver and simulating all the different scenarios of how a driver might react to different circumstances. So I can't help but close with that. And perhaps we'll get a chance to have some of you watch what we're doing with Oracle Red Bull Racing Honda. But with that, I want to thank you again, Tom, for your time. And it was great to chat with you and look forward to seeing what's next.
It's always great to see you, Anasuya. Thank you very much.
We compete in one of the biggest sports in the world. There's always adversity. You're going to lose more races than you're going to win. But it's those days that you learn the most. Data is our lifeblood in Formula One. Everything we do is driven by the data that these cars create. We're not allowed to practice like in other sports. So we have a virtual world which we rely very heavy on. but also on the data that these cars generate and how we use that data. And we need to be more personalized, and look, we want to be able to give the fans an insight that they can't get anywhere else. We're in a fortunate position where we can afford to be quite choosy of the partners that we want to work with. It's not just about having a sticker on the car. It's about the technology that it puts into the car as well. And so therefore, a partnership like the one we have with Oracle, the technology that opens up to us is so exciting. At the end of the day, it's about working with your team to try and take on some of the best teams, some of the biggest brands in the world. And when you achieve that, that's the biggest sense of satisfaction.